Zoom. Zoom is a tool that you guys probably know. It's a conferencing tool. It allows you to communicate and conference with others. And really, it's just an alternative to Google Meet. Why would you need an alternative to Google Meet? Well, the reason is because not every country can use Google, a la China. So it's good to have that option. We haven't paid for a premium account, kind of expensive. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go ahead and go into the free account. What does free give you? It gives you a bunch of stuff, pretty much most of the stuff that Google Meets has. Here's a breakdown. I mean, you guys can pause the video and look at it and kind of see the difference. But really the big difference is, at least for me, Google Meet has no whiteboard, or at least I didn't see one. Zoom has this whiteboard feature. So that was like the big one for me. There's some other stuff, you know, some other goodies in there as well. But for the most part, they're very, very similar. I would recommend using Google Meet simply because your students already have Google accounts. If your student's going to use Zoom, they might have to download it and those kinds of things. So those are just some things to consider when you're using this tool. To get started with Zoom, you are going to go to zoom.com and download the software if you haven't already. And then I'll just call a friend and practice, you know, see what features work for you, or if you like it better. Maybe you really like Zoom better and you just go with that, and that's totally fine. Obviously, you can watch tutorials. There's tons of them out there. You can find them on our website. Tech Nest website. Under remote learning, there are tutorials. One of them is for Zoom. Check it out. So what is Loom? Loom is the tool I'm using right now. And essentially what it does is it allows you to screen record your instructional videos. Very, very important to have that. And why do I want you to use Loom, or why am I recommending Loom? Easy. First thing, super easy to use. Second thing, it's free. So it's kind of a win-win there. To get Loom, if you don't have it already, go to loom.com and download the software. You can get the Chrome browser extension. Now, something to remember with Loom. When you're installing it, it kind of takes a little bit of tinkering with it in terms of the system settings. So if you're having trouble with that, please reach out. I want to just show you guys a quick set of options with Loom. The first thing is, obviously, once you create a video, it automatically uploads and gives you a link. You can, if you've done this video, like, and you mess up, which I always do, you can go through and you can trim it or edit it. So that's kind of a cool feature. If you don't like it, you can delete it. You can also download the video afterward. You can draw. So I'm going to show you that right now. I'm going to do some drawing. There's a little thing there, and you can draw stuff. And yeah, when you're actually choosing to do your video, you can do screen cam, screen only, cam only. But why is Loom important? You need to have a tool for instructional video. Every time you're having a new lesson, there has to be instruction, direct instruction, new instruction. It's not just, hey, check out this website, hey, read this article. It's, this is how you do X, Y, Z, just like you do in the classroom. So that's very important to have that ingredient in your remote learning. And then again, if you need help, reach out. Next session that we're doing, boot camp number 3, will be all about how to make great instructional videos. All right, last little bit here is we're going to talk about virtual classrooms, tips and tricks. We have Seesaw, Classroom, and ManageBack. You have all been using them all this year. You've been testing things, you've been tinkering with it, etc. And these sites, these platforms are constantly evolving. So I just want to add a few little tidbits here. First one for Seesaw, lots of features. So have you been using the creative tools? If you have not, reach out, we can help. Or you can look into what other applications integrate with Seesaw, because there's a ton. There's actually a list on the Seesaw website, so you should check that out. The next thing is, there's a ton of tutorials. So if you don't want to deal with me, you just want to do it yourself, great. Go to the Seesaw Help Center. They have tutorials there. Search it. They've done a great job. It's all right there. Very self-explanatory. Or you can find some more in the Nest. And then the last thing is Seesaw Ambassador. I would love it if every teacher who uses Seesaw is a Seesaw Ambassador. It means you're posting a lot, you're helping others, you know what you're doing. If you're not a Seesaw Ambassador and you'd like to be, very easy. All you have to do is go to this website, app.seesaw.me, hashtag, anyways, you see what's there. pause the video, write that down, type that in your browser, and apply to become a Seesaw ambassador. They have a whole program. I think it's like 3 hours of learning or something along those lines. Once you do, it goes through all the instructional videos. You'll feel confident about using this tool. You may find things you didn't use. It'll help you organize. And then if you're an ambassador, they send you a bunch of cool free stuff. So check it out. If you are not an ambassador, get on it. The platform is Google Classroom. Really the only questions I have for you guys is, now that we're remote learning, how much more do you want parents to see than they are right now? How about specialists? Maybe you have a PE teacher or a French teacher or something that wants to know what's going on in your classroom. How are they going to be able to see what's going on in that classroom? Have you thought about ideas or ways that you can incorporate that? Admin. Do the principals have access to your classrooms? Can they go in there and see what's going on? So those are just some things to think about or think through as you're doing this thing. Like I was saying before, Google Classroom is constantly morphing. There's tons of different apps and products that are integrating with Google Classroom all the time. Push pause on the video, check out this link. There's tons of apps there. We also have in the Nest as well. So anyways, check it out. Something to think about with Google Classroom. Finally, we have ManageBack. ManageBack, as for people who don't know what it is, it's basically a platform really close to an LMS for IB-specific teachers. Scott Williams is a contact point for that. So if you don't know about ManageBack and you'd like to learn more, he's probably the contact point. He's probably your best reference. I know other teachers are using it as well. Within ManageBack, there are a bunch of resources. Reach out to your PLNs, your people you know, colleagues you trust, YouTube tutorials, etc. I haven't had the opportunity to really go through and vet it. I have an admin account. I've kind of played around with it, but I don't have a class. I've never taught in ManageBack. So I'm not gonna act like I'm the source of all knowledge here, because I am 100% not. I'm just mentioning that yes, we have ManageBack and that Scott is our guy. So thank you. And again, if you do have a question with ManageBack, our team will gladly go through it, figure it out. That's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, please leave them in the Nearpod slide that is after this. Really appreciate it. It helps me see who's participating, who is asking those questions, and I will get back to you as well. Thanks for the time. Next time, we're going to be looking at instructional videos, particularly the do's and don'ts, tips and tricks to make it fun, to make it exciting. And thank you so much for your time if you made it this far. Appreciate it. All the best, and we'll see you guys soon. All right, bye.